We're here to get this ship back in shape. Joining us is a Noodle.
Yeah. You can't see it, but I wrote Snek.
Oh, yes, you did. Yes, we have a Noodle with us, and he is going to help us clean a cruise ship.
Because unlike either of these guys, I've actually finished this game.
That is true facts.
I just got it today.
It's like I literally just bought him the game.
Get on my level, Scurbs.
I did a video of it like 2 years ago, but like I didn't finish the game. But I'm like, I feel like I should, because first off, this is like such a Zen Garden kind of game, and also because it would just be a fun thing that we can do in co-op. So Noodle, when are you going to get a fast food simulator and join us in the Snek Shack?
When I have a PC that can actually, run it.
Noodle, it's not that intensive.
I don't think you guys understand. My PC is like 15 years old.
Oh, I know exactly what PC you're referring to.
And it wasn't exactly cutting line then.
Well, you see, Noodle, there's this thing called a store. I have been told they sell computers in them. It might be referred to as a computer store.
Well, see, here's the thing, is that costs money. And right now, I am spending copious amounts of money on the Eldritch Queen.
Well, understandable. You know, all hail the Eldritch Queen, may her reign last eternally. All hail Alicia Elfrieden, our dark sovereign. May she take pity on us all.
Dark and glorious, forever is her reign. You know, the moon will forever reign above the sky.
It's a really good thing she doesn't watch any of our things, otherwise this might be really awkward. I'd have to explain.
Well, you see, we did this, review / discussion about how a realist hero saved the kingdom. And, well, we came to some pretty horrifying
I've got my
realizations.
super washers.
You have is that like a las cannon washer?
You get this, you unlock this, like, just before the end of the campaign. I think it's like, you get this, like, 2 missions before the end of the campaign. If you, like, 5-star all the missions, you can get it. It's the triple washer. It's the single, like, focus nozzle, but 3 of them. So it's really good at scraping stuff off, but it has more area than just that.
That's cool.
In practical purposes, it kind of replaces the yellow for me when I do it, and the yellow just was like my generic, I'm just gonna do this unless I need something specific for the whole campaign.
Kind of what I'm doing right now, yes.
I think the default to the green, it's like the best, like, compromise between power and coverage. At least for the default nozzles.
I don't know, I found the yellow to be better, just with, like, if you use the green, then you leave a lot of, like, the tougher stuff around.
I mean, true.
That's kind of my experience too. My extremely extensive experience of like 2 hours.
Like about 2 hours of gameplay thus far, yes. But that's okay. Maybe I'll join.
And us running around
the park,
running around that one. Well, not just the park, the one bungalow, being like,
oh, the house.
Where did we miss?
Yeah, we ended up missing like a tiny speck of dirt on like the edging, and we were just like, seriously.
If you go into the menu the job details,
Yeah,
you
we
can
realized
select
that.
stuff that's not,
Yeah,
the
we
stuff
did
that's not
realize
clean, and it'll start glowing.
Yeah. No, we did realize that, but for a few minutes we were kind of puzzled as to what we were doing wrong. We did figure it out eventually, though, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we can get Tortoise to join us at some point for this.
Oh, wouldn't that be something?
It's
Having
like
all the brothers Poogum
literally,
here with me.
literally the only reason that I have this game is because he told me, "Hey, I'm gonna get this game and I'm gonna play it. Let's play it together." And it's like, oh, so you're on a kick for this. Right after, he was on the thing for Cities Skyline and made me play Cities Skyline with him.
Hey,
I keep telling
he is always
Nick
welcome.
that he should get that one. Actually, I think I
have that
did get
one.
you that one.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think
Yeah.
I already have it. I played it at least a little bit, so maybe that could be a thing. We could build Sneckburg and City Skyline.
It's like a hurricane here in Sneckburg. That's why it's Sneckburg, actually, by the way.
Because we were playing SimCity, and the original proposed name of Sneckopolis would not fit in the name entry. So we retroactively, at the very last second, changed it to Sneckburg. And someone in the comment section started putting, "Life is like a hurricane here in Sneckburg." And that became, like, the thing. It became Sneckburg.
Sneckburg. Woo! You know, I think you mentioned before that you've actually read the old DuckTales comics.
Not like every single issue, but I have read a good swath of them. They are quite good, yes. Scrooge really is every bit as awesome as he's shown to be in the animated series. Maybe even more so in the comics. And we also learned that, like, Donald's rage is like a familial thing, and they all kind of suffer it. Also, Donald is only like 1/4 duck. There was like a couple other birds in his family, and so he'd like only be 1/4 duck ultimately, or something like that. It gets weirdly in depth, actually. But they're good reads. Should you ever get the chance to read them. I don't know how much supporting Disney does for their 1920s/30s comics, especially as some of them were not politically correct. There was some implication that Scrooge made no small amount of money in the Dutch rubber trade, which is
Oh, no.
I was about to say that would be a little frowned upon today. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not familiar,
No wonder Donald joined the Navy. He had to protect the family business once Japan got uppity in the South Pacific.
ladies and gentlemen, if you're not familiar, it's the Dutch rubber trade was the impetus for that, family-friendly classic of literature, Joseph Conrad's The Heart of Darkness. No, I am not kidding. Okay, I'm kidding a little bit. It's really not family-friendly.
No, like it's not family friendly with a name like Heart of Darkness. I kind of feel like that should be self-explanatory. But this is the internet, so you never
just
do know.
because of stuff like that, I'm gonna come up with the most edgy name possible for a children's book, and it'll be about a puppy deciding that he's gonna go down to the shop and get ice cream.
Hey, you've already done Adventure
And he
Dog.
does.
You still need to do Adventure Dog.
I do need to do Adventure Dog, but maybe once there's, the next generation of Babby Poogums, I'll have motivation.
Gotta go down to the Poogum patch and pick some out.
Are you familiar with how... Well, actually, no, you should be familiar with how, Babby Poogums happen, because I think you were the one who suggested it.
Yep, because they...
Not you, Professor. Not you. It was literally Noodle here.
Oh, I'm not saying I suggested it. I'm saying I am familiar. Also, you're both Pugums. You should definitely know how your species reproduces.
Well,
no.
now that we've had the talk,
About
we are old
identity
enough to
theft
know
and
about
credit
that.
card fraud. Yes.
Oh, you're old enough now. I guess we should tell you about, the family business. The family business? Well, a family business.
More of a hobby, really.
Because you know what you say. It's like Mr. Filth Liquor down the street. If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And then we're like, ew, don't touch me. Know why he speaks like Dr. Doofenshmirtz, but he does?
My favorite
they're
Digimon is
making
Numemon.
Phineas and Ferb episodes.
Yes, I saw a little
I
bit
just
of
found
that.
out about that.
Yeah, so the original
they've been doing
team,
it for a little bit.
Yeah, the original team's on
Yeah.
board, so like it actually looks like it's actually pretty good. So congratulations, Disney. You finally have one that you can say is unambiguously good, and just another way of someone else rescuing your bacon from all your bad decision making.
Oh, it's actually showing me where I should.
Yeah, okay, I guess I'm joining Yellow Team because you guys are right. This is better.
Oh, Team Yellow! I'm surprised that you're surprised. I mean,
I
that's like...
literally am yellow. Yes,
Yes.
that's just like my thing.
So anyways, as we were saying,
What happened on this cruise ship? Can I just ask the question? I know we keep asking,
I
but
think it's-
genuinely what happened here?
I think it's the same, La Brea Tar Pit celebration that all the other places had.
Clearly.
Getting weird lag when I'm trying to place a ladder so I can get some of the stuff up here.
It's a combination
It
of the
actually
fact that
worked.
we're playing cross-platform, in a high traffic hour, and my potato is a potato, and it's sad.
About to say, and we're literally across the country from each other.
Yeah, I was going to say, we could not be more scattered unless we were playing with Lone Ranger.
Or if we were in ice, Landia.
Yeah, that's true.
Tortoise used to live in Icelandia.
I did
Not
not know
anymore,
that,
though.
actually. Did he pick up any Icelandic while there?
Not actual Icelandia. Icelandia.
Lice. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm with you now.
Icelandia.
Yes. Yes. I understand now. Not the place where Lazy Town happens.
No. Although, it's the same, similar latitude, but
Right.
not that place.
But not there. Right. Okay.
Actually, no, it's not a similar latitude. It's actually not.
God, I'm getting
Yeah.
actually by my little brother.
Because the Europe is actually way further north than North America is. When you look at stuff like most of the continental United States is at the same latitude as like the Mediterranean.
And yet, ironically, we get much worse weather than the Mediterranean.
Well, because of the Gulf Stream. It's all because of the Gulf Stream. Blows warm air for them.
Yep.
Yep.
The Gulf Stream shifting is actually the reason why the Fertile Crescent is not nearly as fertile as it used to be. That entire area used to be an excellent place for agriculture. Oh, about 5,000 years ago. And then the Gulf Stream shifted to where it is now.
Oh, the frickin' unicorn's tail had dirt on it. Jeez. How specific.
This palm tree has been gunked on. This La Brea tar pit, thing was foul.
It clearly was, yes. slide pace. Almost got in the slide pace. Oh, okay. I see. It doesn't get it at all.
Attention, attention. Level 5 death.
Huh, good thing I'm only level 4.
So good.
Attention, all Kmart shoppers. You have lost the game.
Peas.
Meanwhile, the Zoomers are like, what's the game?
We'll just smile and go about our way.
Old Snek, I may not look it, but I feel it. I feel stretched. Like butter scraped over too much bread.
I feel that. Feeling you.
Well, you should be happy there, Noodle.
Hmm.
Got my own copy of the Silmarillion.
Nice.
Be able to reread the legends of a very angry man doing very angry things to Satan. And then dying.
As one should.
Sounds
Well,
based.
except for the last part, exactly as one should.
Where he died.
Yes, except for that last part.
I don't know. I think the part where, not St. Michael literally was like, nah, man, it's cool. And he's like, cool? Cool? Do I look cool? I am not cool. I swear an oath of vengeance. I will not rest. I will not sleep for an instant until I return my 3 awesome jewels. And all my sons are going to come with me. And this is going to be the most angry road trip ever.
That's cool.
Then it was. And let me tell you, it did not end well, really, for anyone. I've said it
Once, and I've said it. I'll say it 1,000 times. I said it 1,000 times. I'll say it 1,000 times more. It really is telling about Tolkien and the Silmarillion when the second most epic battle depicted in it is literally a rap battle between Sauron and an Elvish king.
Was it Sauron or was it Morgoth? I thought it was Morgoth.
No, it was Sauron. Sauron and Finrod Felgelund, yes. During the Lay of Luthien. Baron's quest, yeah, they get captured by Sauron.
This is more telling and also more J.R. Tolkienian. The Queen of Darkness, that which, seduces goodness to evil, is actually a giant freaking spider.
That seems very in character, given how much he hated spiders.
Well, and that her entire impetus is just that she wants to consume everything. She just wants to consume all light. She just, Morgoth and Sauron, they want to rule. They want to they want to take over. At least first, there is at least some germ of a noble intention in there, at least at the very beginning, of like, oh, Morgoth being like, I want to create, but then that becoming, I want to become equal unto God, and Sauron being like, I want to cause order. And it's like, okay, that can be a good thing, but then you get into the, I'm gonna be free, remove all free will, and everyone's gonna serve me, and that's the way that we're gonna have the order. It's like, yeah, there's some, at least starting off on that, but no. Ungoliant, she just wants to consume all light. She wants to consume all warmth, everything that is good. She just wants to eat it. And birth unlight. Not even shadow. Shadow, this is just like super shadow, man.
Super darkness. Okay.
Well, because darkness is just the absence of light. This is anti-light.
Oh.
This is unlight.
No, you see, it's not that our, modeling of the entire universe could be wrong or anything. Nope, nope. There's definitely like antimatter and anti-energy. This is all very scientific and not something we pulled out of our noses.
Sure thing, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I'm just
I
saying,
suspect that
modern
might actually-
physicists are very, very suspiciously similar to a cult.
Well, you have to understand, a lot of them, at least, well, okay, I say a lot of them, but bear in mind that this is like, a lot of what we take as rote now comes from Christianity. Neil Bohr actually mentioned that the way he viewed quantum, the movement of electrons was basically how he imagined the movement of angels, whereupon they basically would just go from place to place without actually interacting with any space in between. And so the entire, like, how many angels can dance on the head of a pin, Neil Bohr is like, as many as desire to do so, because they literally can just move from spot to spot. They are not going to interact at all with any of the space in between. The original, the French priest that actually conceived of the Big Bang, the term Big Bang actually was the material rationalist scientific community mocking him and his idea. It's just that it's also a really catchy and very, very evocative name for the idea.
Right.
So they just kept using it.
Water in the tree.
But, yeah, I do not understand Neil deGrasse Tyson's, like, stranglehold he had. Also, I mean, the entire thing like Stephen Hawking's had, where he's like, clearly because I advertised that time travelers could come to this one meeting and they didn't, proves that time travel does not exist. And it's like, okay, if you were a time traveler and you actually had a thing and they're like, obvious trap for time travelers, why don't you come? Are you going to go to that? Or are you going to go,
Even if they did,
"No."
some recent events have given other reasons that they might not have wanted to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like maybe it wasn't the party. Maybe it was the company that warded them off. Maybe if like a cool person held a party, and it was like,
Maybe,
hey,
maybe if Snek hosts a party for time travelers.
man,
just saying,
if
I
I
don't
threw
know
a
if-
party, it would be off the hook. There would be pizza, there would be soda, there would be chips and cookies. I would get all the good stuff, man.
Yeah, just saying that the Mega 10 thing in the classic games 1 and 2, where this gentleman named Steven shows up, and he's in a wheelchair, and he's the one who gives you the demon summoning program.
Yeah.
Might be...
It's about as subtle as a chainsaw, but,
Well, I mean, bear in mind that these games were not very subtle at all.
No.
Like, we didn't get to the point in Mega 10 2 where Aleph can actually meet the King of Pop.
Oh,
And
no,
you
but
can
you did
dance.
tell me about that.
You can dance with the King of Pop, and so Aleph truly is amongst his people.
Yep. Hot damn, hee-ho.
All right, gentlemen. So, question.
Okay.
If you could, do one time travel trip, there and back, what would you do?
Can we alter things that are going on? Is this going to be
Well,
like Sound of Thunder, whereupon we change one thing?
If you do one of the things, you can result in Sound of Thunder. You can result in butterfly effects. So,
All right.
So yeah, if you want to, you could go back in time and stop the assassination of Franz Ferdinand and maybe stop the 2 world wars. Of course, given the weird shenaniganery that happened with the assassination of Franz Ferdinand, that there were a bunch of near misses and then literally one of the failed assassins just is in a cafe moping afterwards, and he stops right next to him. Maybe time travel was involved, and then whatever happened afterwards was actually way worse. And so
What
then,
we got was the
then other
less...
time travelers came back and, like, had to happen to make sure it happened again. Who knows?
When you
Are you saying
consider that World War One of all things was like the lesser of two evils, that really puts in perspective what must have happened.
Yes.
Are you saying that this was like Red Alert, where there was like psychics and? Okay, all right. Well, the sad part about that, really, though, Noodle. I don't know if you're familiar. It wasn't just the assassination of Franz Ferdinand. It was that his wife was there, and she was actually heavily pregnant. So it wasn't even the fact that Franz Ferdinand passed away. It was the fact that his wife and their unborn child. And that's the reason why Austria-Hungary was like, all right, Serbia, you little shit. You want independence? Oh, I'm going to give you independence, all right.
But anyways. But yes.
So
yes, you can alter history with this.
okay, I really honestly would love to see. Okay, my first reaction would be to see Jesus, just because I'm like, I have so many questions, but at the same time, though, I suspect what's going to happen. I don't know if you're familiar. There, about a year ago, there was a meme whereupon it's like, time travel to Jesus. Jesus is like, you are not supposed to be here. Return to your time, my son. And you either basically the time traveler like returns, manly tears, and is like, he's right, I need to return. And I'm like, I don't know. I just am like, my intuition is saying that's probably what would happen. And if that's
Come
not
on,
the
man.
case,
Even then, that still would be a pretty amazing experience.
Yes.
oh, it would be absolutely. But if that's not the case, I would probably say if I could go back in time and be like, hey, Kingdom of guys, congratulations, you've established the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Here's some firearms. Yeah, bye.
Don't worry. You'll know what to do when the time is right.
I mean, if you could do that in a way that would result in less of a change in history, all you'd have to do is like go back in time and give Baldwin the Fourth antibiotics.
Antibiotics, or like tell them how steam engines works, and how do you create lighter than air travel.
Well, I said specifically give Baldwin the Fourth antibiotics, not to give antibiotics to society, but specifically to save him.
Yes,
Because he was kicking Saladin's ass, but then he got leprosy, and so he died very young. And he was generally considered a very good, moral, upright, and just in every way, he was a good king.
Oh,
so it's just like, okay,
definitely, and it's funny because if you look at like the Kingdom, everyone remembers it for him, even though Ridley Scott was like, "Oh, I'm going to prove that the Crusaders are right," and it's like, I think you actually proved that they were right.
I'm going to borrow the
But,
slider
yeah.
for a sec. There's this
Alright.
one
Yeah,
part
go ahead.
on the dolphin mural that I just cannot hit otherwise, and it's driving me a little crazy.
Well, what about you, Snek? What would be your change?
Let's see. Well, you see, my first reaction is like prevent the sinking of
Save the
Lusitania.
Titanic! Stop the Fed!
Like stop the Fed from creating the income tax or the property tax, or saving the Lusitania. But we all know there was no U-boat there. Just saying.
Oh, you
Lusitania-
prescribe to the
Lusitania was an
Bectus,
inside
so-
job.
Did you see? Are you familiar with Beck the Schizo there, Professor?
Cannot say I am now.
He does deep fried overdubbing content for Phineas and Ferb, where he basically made Phineas into a nuclear engineer. Buford is his new like best friend, and he basically has a bunch of other cartoon characters show up.
Okay.
And he actually had one where he's like, "Good news, guys! I know what we're doing today. We're gonna go back in time and stop 9/11." And it ends with, it's like, well, okay, what do we do now? At which point the buildings fall anyway.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Yeah,
Like, oh.
it's just really
I've seen
interesting.
similar things with like Superman stopping the plane and then
It just falls.
the building
anyway.
just collapsed. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, just saying, the Germans are meticulous note takers. If there's one thing that they love, it is taking notes and having detailed records of literally everything they have ever done. And
That's why it was so easy to break Enigma.
And so, you take all that into consideration, and suddenly you're like, golly, there's not records of a U-boat here at the time where the American government said there was. The
Thank God,
entire
Professor. I thought this was going somewhere completely different. I'm like, no.
no. Like, you see, like they wanted to get us involved in World War One, and wouldn't you know it, the sitting president at the time had a lot of financial backers who happened to have.
And also the fact that all of the Allied governments owed a lot of money to the U.S.
Yep.
And with Russia in the position that it was in, that it really looked like, Germany and the Central Powers, they were going to turn that shit around.
I'm just
So
saying.
there was a lot of
very
concern.
Interesting.
Just the reason why, and honestly, I think World War One is far more fascinating for what ifs than World War Two, to be perfectly honest. First off, because the great empires are honestly much more interesting. And I get why people are like, oh, the technology isn't quite there. I get it. But at the same time, though, I mean,
Well,
not for
100%
nothing.
true. World War II was a much more modern war than World War One.
But I'm just going to say that, like, the spirit, the activities, like World War II was much more of a, like, I'm going to do whatever it is to win. World War One, you actually see, like, chivalry and, like, personal valor and, like, people doing absolutely insane things. And then they, stop, they get a spot of tea, and then they proceed to go and do another insane thing. And it's like, why? And they're like, well, it's because I was a gentleman. That's what a gentleman does.
Checks out.
Oh my God, these guys were literally, these guys were cut from a different cloth. It's
Yeah,
Yep.
there's that for sure, and the fact that I'm just saying, both sitting presidents who oversaw our entry into World Wars One and Two, they both had an awful lot of European names on their financial backing forms, like a lot.
never mind
a lot.
Never mind the fact that Woodrow Wilson, right about the time we entered World War One, he wasn't even technically the one who was, I think, as an executive. It was his wife, because he had just suffered a stroke.
Yep.
Nobody knew about it. Yeah,
Nope.
they
Not
deliberately kept it
Yep.
hidden. Yeah.
And wouldn't you know it? It's just a really weird coinkydink that right when all these backers, hey, we put a lot of money into your campaign. Sure would be a shame if America didn't get involved in a war that's none of its concern. Golly, That sure would be weird. Am I right, guys?
Yeah. I didn't realize that we were filming a sequel to our conspiracy theory episode.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying it's really interesting that pattern happened. If I had a nickel for each time that America was dragged into a European war because of the bankers in Europe having, cred over the sitting president, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot. I'm just saying it's really weird that it happened twice.
I contend that, honestly, we are living in the ghost of World War One, and it's something that we are not going to really escape until we go into the next war, which is probably going to define the upcoming age, whatever that is, if we are not already actually technically within it right now. Who's to say?
So you're saying that the wars stopped at some point. The military, industrial, congressional
series of proxy wars fought by mercenaries, nanomachines, nanomachines.
Nanomachines, son.
Why don't you die, nanomachines, son? They harden in reaction to trauma. I'm just saying, Armstrong was, technically speaking, the hero of that game.
You did kind of make a better point than... I get it. His plan boiled down to, if we kill all the poor people, then there's no more poor class and everyone's rich. Which, it's a little short-sighted. But at the same time, man made...
I would argue that it's more of, let's create a crisis, basically do the thing that always happens. The executive branch gets a huge amount of power, and then I'll basically get to make ANCAP, libertarian stand that I've always wanted.
Yeah.
But you use the military-industrial complex to destroy the military-industrial complex.
The military-industrial
brilliant
congressional
strategy, isn't it?
People often forget there was a third axis on that saying. The military-industrial complex was accompanied by the congressional part of it.
Not if you're going off of Dwight D. Eisenhower's farewell speech now. But I understand what you're saying.
I'm just saying, you can argue all you want. The military-industrial complex, provides the armament, but it's Congress that pulls the trigger.
It's Congress that pays the bills, that actually signs the checks.
Yep. I'm just saying.
Good Lord.
I'm not a big fan of the government.
What's there already?
I really...
blood in this jacuzzi?
Yes.
Yeah, probably. Honestly, I think that congressmen should wear their sponsors on their suits, like NASCAR,
like NASCAR
drivers
do. Yes. I would be 100% down for that.
Hold on. Before we go down this, we haven't heard what Noodle's thoughts are. Where he would go back in time.
Where in time would you go, Noodle?
There's lots... I don't know. Because... Part of me wants to go back to, the Founding Fathers when they were writing about, writing the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and been like, no.
Write
it like it's
you're
going to
talking
be
to a
read.
5-year-old.
Yes.
Don't worry, buddy.
See, the problem is the fact that it's not that they don't know, it's that they're actively, intentionally being obfuscatory, and because that's all they do. It's unfortunately.
I understand, but
Okay, so I have a question for you there, Noodle.
But yeah, that would be a thing. Alternatively, if I wanted to be less world-changing-y, I might go back in time and find where they dumped all the ET cartridges, grab a bunch of them, come back forward in time with them, and then be like, look, all these pristine ET cartridges.
$5,000 a pop. Who wants one? That is pretty clever. I got to give you props for that.
It would have minimal impact on history, so minimal butterfly effect, because they just disappeared into a landfill somewhere.
So yeah, no one was like keeping tabs on the inventory or anything.
Yeah. And it's not like I'm, gonna be like stealing something from somewhere that would have been sold to someone else anyway. It's literally
Just
went to rot in a
landfill.
hole in the ground.
Yep.
Yeah.
All true. All true.
And then I could come back and make some bank.
I respect the hustle. I dig
And
that
also save a bit of gaming history.
plan. Yep.
And, granted, it's a gaming Tower of Babel of never let do this again. But still.
No. See, the problem is, Noodle, is that tower already basically, literally that's just the straw that broke the camel's back. If you want to do that, you're going to have to basically change the way that Atari and basically the entire industry was at that point.
I'm not trying to change that. I'm not trying to change it. I'm trying to change the direction moving forwards, not what already happened.
Okay, well, this is you got me thinking actually. I had heard about this, and I kind of wanted your opinion just because you are an astute scholar, a autodidact as well. Figured, I could, pick your brain if you don't mind.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the heresy of Americanism?
Yes, I am.
Okay, because I looked at that and I had not heard of this before, and so I looked into it, and it's like, basically what I'm gathering, if I can, and correct me if I'm wrong, as always, it just seemed like Pope Pius, when he was talking about it, basically would boil down to, I wish that, America treated the Catholic Church the way that, the European kingdoms did. I want it to be in a favored position, and so then we can, basically screw around with politics the way that we did in Europe. And so he was like, the fact that we can't do that is a heresy. Because, like, looking at it, I'm like, I really have no idea how this applies to the modern era. Like, so enlighten me, please, if this is, like, a thing I need to worry about. Because, like, I do not understand. And if you can't, I mean, that's fine. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to go to hell for, something I can't understand.
Or something that we, politically have no real say in anyway.
It was really more along the lines of the idea of it, of the American heresy that Pope Pius IX declared as heresy wasn't anything to do with that. It had to do with because America was not a Catholic nation, and it never has been a Catholic nation. But in in the late 19th century, there was a massive influx of Catholics into the United States from Italy, specifically from Italy and from Ireland. And so what they were seeing was the changes in the ideas of how Catholicism was and everything based off of those people's like adopting American ideas. And that's how that was changing their practices with the faith as a result of their things. And so it wasn't anything to do with politics in that sense. It was a sense of like, these people are like, I'm going to be hyper individualist, look out for number one type thing. And the Pope being like, no, that is not the thing. We are a church. We are a community. And like, we have our duties to our community. It
I am not seeing where these last little bits are.
This deck right here is dirty that I am spraying at right now.
Oh, the blue part?
Yeah. It might. It looks like it's a lot. A lot of it. It's like along the edge there. Yep.
Okay, cool.
The palm base right here is
Yeah,
still
we
dirty.
missed the bases on most of them. I actually just did the two on the upper deck, and yeah, this one over here is the same. Got it.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I didn't either. I actually thought it was part of the palm trees, so yeah. Wait.
That just
Step.
goes to show me.
Some of the steps are tracked individually, so also check those.
Yeah, this step right here, dirty. Got it.
Okay, well, I was
One
curious.
thing about this game that really bugs me in some things is there's some jobs where like things will be tracked independently, and then there's some ones that they'll all just be one thing, and like that lack of consistency really bugs me.
Check.
This is like 100,000,000% better, though.
Life buoy? The buoys? We missed a freaking buoy? Hang on. Yep. We somehow missed a frickin' lifesaver. Magnificent. Let's see. Palm leaves. We missed some palm leaves. Oh, I actually can see it from here. It's that tree over there on the left.
A lot of times you gotta get like up.
Yeah. Where's the ladder right now? No. I see it.
Right here.
Got it. Up. I can't run while holding a ladder? What, are we actually abiding by OSHA? Ugh, absolute nonsense.
You know that's what happened to chronometer fiction.
Yep. So I made an observation, Noodle, that we have like we have thermometers, right? Thermometer measure of temperature, but we don't call a clock a chronometer. It's just a clock. Play pool wall. It's maybe one of these situations, isn't it? Oh, I accidentally got one of the things we were waiting for.
Slide base.
Slide base and the play pool wall.
Oh wow, yeah. Hold this entire section right here.
And the slide base. Even tapping tab, I'm not seeing anything.
There we go.
Go team!
It was literally this corner right here, Snek.
Oh, jeez. The map is so massive, they just have to give us a bird's eye view. That's kind of funny to see all three of us scrambling around like that.
No,
All
I
right.
think we were pretty efficient.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Very nice.
That's can you just pick a map from here, or do we have to reassemble, or like how do we do this?
Yeah,
No, I
pick
think
another map.
Okay.
yeah, I think okay. So we have. Okay, confirm. Confirm. So we're gonna do an ice rink now.
Ooh, that sounds fun. What do you mean you need the temperature raised, Itaku? The temperature is already perfect.
I'm so cold.
This is a good thing snacks aren't cold-blooded.
Yeah, I know, right? See, I hate.
You know, I'm just
hot.
saying that one of these days, you need to do a spoken recitation of the cremation of Sam McGee.
The cremation of Jitaku. So you guys got to understand. If you're hot, you are just SOL. If you're cold, you can bundle up. You can do all sorts of stuff. But if you're hot, you're just out of luck. And you just suffer. It is infinitely easier to get warm when you're cold than to get cool when you're hot. And
Ladies and gentlemen, is there grime on top of the ice?
Yeah.
I don't know how we're supposed to be power washing ice and how that's supposed to help, but okay.
Don't think about
Yeah.
it. Just focus on the job.
High pressure liquid water is going to melt the ice, yes.
Yeah, just a bit. Don't think about it, guys. We're not here to ask questions. We are here to do a job. We are the Tomo Bros
Oh,
cleaning
what's one
surface.
thing we didn't at all use last time?
What's that?
Cleaners.
Okay. So,
With
rebuttal?
these jobs, you just have the cleaners.
Rebuttal. I don't use Robot Master weapons while playing Mega Man. That is what the Mega Buster is for.
You heard it here,
You do
folks.
a massive amount of them in these sorts of jobs. They just give you a little
You
bit.
heard- You heard it here, folks. Snek is bloody-minded and stubborn.
Gosh, what a surprise!
In other news, Poogums are Catholic.
And ice is cold unless blasted by high force pressure water.
Bears poop in the woods.
Yep.
But Ursapali do not. Please be respectful. All right. There is a deep, primitive catharsis to seeing something go from dirty to clean, and you're just like, I did that. That is good. That is a good thing.
Is it freezing?
Wait, the bottom. Seriously, the bottom of the handrail. Fine. I hit that on my return trip. That way, no one can blame. No one can say I'm not being thorough.
Jack, you're not being thorough.
I'm going to throw you on the ice, and then I'll make a joke about, hey, at least you got ice on it quickly.
Joke's on you. Poogums bounce.
Ah, it's like a bumble.
Yep. Because we don't
Yeah,
have
we're-
any bones except for our skull and our teeth.
And even then, it's kind of more of a suggestion.
I think physics are more a suggestion for Poogums. It's part of the reason I put you guys, like, upside down at the top of the thumbnail is because, like, it's way funnier to me, for starters. And second...
Well, because, Poogums don't follow rules. We're always breaking the law, and that includes the laws of physics.
breaking natural laws would be the logical consequence.
Hey man, the Matrix Array's laws are just like any other law, okay? They are there to be broken.
Especially tax law.
Do not let... Well, it's a really good thing that, the Eldritch Queen does not hear you talking about that sort of thing.
Hey
Taxation
man,
is
I'm just
extortion.
saying. Hey man,
power.
I'm not allowed to vote in the Lunarian Parliament. Why do I gotta, pay their taxes?
Well, see, that's the thing. As a tax attorney, literally her job is to be paid copious amounts of money so that people can not pay as much money to the government. They're like, I would rather pay you, an attorney, this money than give it to the government.
But Noodle,
And she's like,
she
fair.
is the government. She's the Eldritch Queen. She rules everything and everyone.
I mean, well, yes, but
There is nothing.
this is,
the, the light. Everything the light touches is her kingdom.
You know, when we do Infinite
the
Peoples,
room
I am
all the
going-
way up in the top, which she has, ceded to me for me to put my Warhammer miniature Xbox in.
I am just saying, when we do Infinite Aprils, I am going to make the Eldritch Queen the secret, super character.
That
she's
was
gonna
already
have-
basically agreed upon. Yes.
Yeah,
And
she's going to have her.
And I have told you that her her thing just needs to be her. She doesn't actually do anything. She just floats around on a gigantic pillow
Yeah,
and wears
she just
pajamas. And
That
she doesn't attack.
completely
She has
checks
her
out,
tiny
yes.
little. She has her tiny little dog run out and do all of her attacks for her.
Again,
Well,
we are in agreement.
Maybe not just her dog. But, she'll have,
Well, the dog
servants
would
to
be
do
her
it, yeah.
default weapon, but she'll be able to get other weapons too. So, okay, the exterior is finally clean, so I can join you guys here on the interior. Okay, guys. Here's a hard-hitting question for you all. As of this recording, the holidays are all upons. So when is it appropriate for radio stations to start playing Christmas music and people to start putting out decorations? When does it become okay?
For the Pugum family, Black Friday.
Okay.
I
that
think
is-
that's just the logical thing is, you got to wait for the previous holiday to pass, man.
No, I'm in agreement.
Yes.
House Snek does much the same. Black Friday is usually the day our tree goes up, if not the weekend of. So, yeah, I get it. I'm just saying, I made a joke about it in last year's April Fool's video, but it's they seem to be starting the thing sooner and sooner every year. And,
Yes,
I'm
they do.
not a fan of that, because
No, I'm not
It
either.
literally was the tradition in the Pugum household that on Black Friday we would just hang out and do the Christmas decorations while there I can't remember what channel it was, but there was always a channel that did a Bond marathon. So Papa Pugum would put on put on Bond movies, and there'd just be Bond movies playing in the background while we did Christmas decorations.
I think it was AMC.
Our movie tradition is always the Muppet Christmas Carol.
That's a good one.
It is.
That's one of the
Many
better,
holiday movie traditions in the Pugum household. Some of them pushed by certain individuals more so than others.
I do. Yeah, it's I have to watch A Christmas Story. That's my one. Every single year I have to watch it because Ralphie is OMG, it's literally me FRFR.
Well, I mean, I was entertained.
Mama Pugum and White Christmas.
Okay.
I do not like that movie. I'm sorry. I've told her as much, and
I
she
don't think
kind of
I've
gives
seen
me a look.
that one. Yeah, I don't think I've seen White Christmas.
It's how would you even describe it there, Noodle? I mean, it's like Bing Crosby, and it is saccharine.
Very saccharine. It's Bing Crosby and his friend and partner in crime end up falling in love with these young female performers, which all starts because Bing Crosby's partner is just like, you're working too hard, man. I'm gonna hook you up, and then in the process falls in love with other girl,
He
and
falls
it's
in
all
love, and then
yeah, and there's
What
comedic misunderstandings and
what does
do
this
do
have to do
comedic.
with Christmas?
Well, because
okay.
the whole plot of the thing is that they go to now Bing Crosby and his partner they served in World War II together, and
Okay.
so they became performers, and then they like as part of the thing with getting these girls are trying to get the relationship with these girls. They follow the girls to where they had a job performing at a ski lodge, and then it turns out that the ski lodge was owned by their former
their
general.
old general. Yes.
Yeah, but it's not
It's
doing
like it's
well, and and it's
it literally is the old like, oh no, this is going to be the last Christmas for the community center, but it's the last Christmas for the ski lodge.
Yeah. And so then they have to
maybe.
save the ski lodge, and they do so by like reaching out to all of their former comrades in arms to come and a good Christmas to the general, because he was a really good general and he really cared about his men and they really cared about him.
That I'm sorry, this sounds just like Blues Brothers, except not interesting at all.
It is very much a product of its time.
Well, Bing Crosby in it, I believe that. So, I mean, and you know what? I'm gonna say, I liked Christmas Story. We did a whole Christmas themed podcast where each of us picked a movie. And I'm gonna do a little sacrilege here. Scrooged was not that good. Like, it was okay. There's definitely way worse Christmas movies you could watch, but it's like it was.
Yeah, I get the sense that Cog was not happy with me for what I said about that movie.
I mean, I wasn't exactly giving it a glowing review either. It's like, don't get me wrong, I love Bill Murray. I do. When the man, is motivated, he's very funny. He's very good.
Yeah, but it's really honestly like the more I look at him and see him in other things, the more I'm like, man, you really are just like, you never want to do things, and it's like I kind of understand why you kind of fell off after a certain point, because like, really, honestly, people try and work with you, and
then you like
like
alienate them for 30 years until like the fans basically force you back together. Like, Aykroyd had scripts for at least Ghostbusters 2 and 3, and Murray was reluctant to do 2. And just like, dude, you are the reason Dan Aykroyd has not been able to, satisfy his autistic fixation. Let the man have his fun.
You're my face when I literally am Dan Aykroyd and also Bill Murray in various
At the same time.
aspects.
Yes.
All Dan Aykroyd or Bill Murray in one way or another.
And
honestly, the Ghostbusters, man, they're just the grand archetypes of mankind.
kind of are, really.
I'll be like, the first film, fantastic. I don't understand why it became a franchise, though.
Because it was like one of the biggest hit comedies of the 80s, and, Aykroyd had ideas, the others were down because they wanted to make $1 bajillion again. And, I will say, the second
Really what
film,
it comes down to.
Ghostbusters 2
Making
is
$1
hated
bajillion
on...
dollars.
Ghostbusters 2 is hated on too much. It explored a really interesting idea, but I think it was ahead of its time. Like, the River of Slime actually would make more sense in the modern day. Like, in the era of social media, it would be so much more terrifying and societally poignant. to have the river of slime today than it was in 1987.
Oh, I mean, that literally is what Devil Survivor's entire thing is. When Kane, you're like, big brother, what are you doing? Oh, I'm not your big brother. I've just been pretending for like 10 years. Well, what's your plan? Oh, have you ever thought about, what's required in order to summon spirits in this world? Well, you need a strong emotion. That's right. And what's the biggest place of bad emotions on this? And you're like,
Reddit.
you don't mean. And he pulls out his smartphone. He's like, exactly. The internet. We are going to use the internet to introduce the end of the world. It's
Checks out.
kind of horrifying, yeah.
It's like, I think it was an interesting idea to explore. And honestly, I think they did it well. Was it as good as the first? No, but they were clearly pulling their punches a little bit more. The first movie got away with more because it was not expected to be the enormous hit it was. But it was. But then by the second film, they had to sanitize some of the comedy. They had to dial it back a little bit. I get it. Fine, whatever. And then, like, the Ghostbusters animated series was really, really good. Like, pretty consistently great, I would say. I don't...
Was that the one with Lorenzo Music?
Yes, Lorenzo
Ooh.
Music did Bill Murray's Peter Venkman character, yes. And then, because the X-Men cartoons started getting popular, they tried to push extreme Ghostbusters. And I'm like, it's gone. It's too late, man. You can't save it now. Let alone with this Burger King Kids Club stuff that you have going on here. It's not going to fly. And it didn't, unsurprisingly. What do you know? Like, extremifying stuff in the 90s was viewed as really stupid, even in the 90s. Who would have guessed? I will say Afterlife, really solid film. Very good, loving tribute to people who are fans of the franchise up to that point. Frozen Kingdom was an enormous mistake, and basically just tried to, like, parrot the plot point of the first film again, but just substituting Gozer for a weird ice demon man. I don't even remember his name. He left no impact on me. And then they made all the subplots like really creepy and uncomfortable, and I'm like, Hollywood, just stop being you. Stop with all this. You just gestured to all of us. Yes. That. Stop being that. No, it's been a franchise of ups and downs. What can I say? But you know what's really was great for me was when COG first got me into Spirits Unleashed, and Dan Aykroyd has this little monologue at the start of the game, and I'm just like, you know what? I could listen to Dan Aykroyd talk about Ghostbusters lore for just like hours. I would not ever get bored of it. He is a beautiful, wonderful man, and you know, I hope he gets to just hang out and do whatever he wants forever. You guys remember when SNL was funny?
About 2008.
Yeah. Back when they were allowed to, like, have a sense of humor and tell jokes. Good times.
I mean, if you want to know, honestly, Professor, the reason why Cosmo Deutschland is the way it is literally because of a SNL skit where they literally had one of their comics basically being this space German guy who was like, just, he had a guitar and was...
It was in What Up With That.
Yeah.
Yes.
It literally was, yeah, them making fun of Al Gore, too, so, you know.
That's a pretty easy target, yeah. I get it. And, you guys at home, you guys want a good Good. Ghostbusters thing. Play Ghostbusters, the video game. It's on Steam. Fantastic game. Has all of the
Oh, you mean the NES one?
Let's not get carried away now, Jimmy.
You mean the Atari 2600 one?
Nostalgia is a cancer on your soul, Jimmy.
I'm 9 to 12 years old. Itaku doesn't know how old I am.
No one knows how old you are. Not even you.
Not even my mom. I'm sorry, honey. How old are you again?
How old are you?
No! Mom, I'm 9 to 12 years old.
That's weird. Pretty sure I didn't carry you for like 3 years. I think that would have like done terrible things to my physique. Is there a reason there's this lawn gnome chilling out over here?
It's an entire thing with the stuff. There are lawn gnomes in every job.
No, I know, but he's just like upside down, pressed up against the wall over here, and I'm like, is this one okay? Does he need help?
Clearly, this one's the hanged man.
Oh, clearly.
So what's the
Sorry.
So do you just have the one holiday, tradition in terms of films
Uh,
there, Professor?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like our one big movie. Like, if other ones are on, we'll watch them. It's kind of like whatever comes on TV, basically. Unfortunately, in recent years, my mom and sister have developed an affinity for the movie Elf, and I'm just like, oh my god, this movie is so stupid. Please make it stop.
Queen likes that movie as well. I do not understand the appeal.
Not a fan. It's like
Bacon
this.
Bits likes that movie.
It's like this really annoying, like, late aughts dumb humor, and I'm like, I cannot stand this. This makes me existentially sad. Where? No, some of the lower railings need a little teamwork. Yeah. Oh, up here. I was like, where is
Nasty.
everything? So you gotta
There's some stuff.
start climbing. Get the most of everything here. And, in terms of traditions, our thing is we do our big gift exchange on Christmas Eve. We have like a light meal, most like hors d'oeuvres, appetizers, and then we do like the big gift exchange for all like the big gifts. Then,
Right, gents, this wall right here is full. It's complete. We did this one already.
yay! Somewhere on this bottle is some dirt somewhere.
Man, this bobble, I have gone over it like 3 times.
It's the lip. Yep, around the door.
Okay, cool.
Got it.
And Christmas Day, we do the small gift exchange and the big meal. We'll have like, prime rib or something. Okay. What has not been touched? Sure looks clean to me. Oh. I think we're down to the... Yeah, we're down to, like, little things now. Candy cane signs. More handrails? Yep. More handrails.
Sorry about that.
No, I was working on them earlier. I have no one to blame but myself. No, look at us go. Divide and conquer. Oh, wow, that mission pays out a lot. Okay, let's have a look.
Nice.
I was about to say that one required a little more focus, so I kind of liked it was a relatively enclosed area.
What do you guys think about doing one of the Alice Adventure ones?
It is almost midnight here, so I'm going to have to call it.
We can go back
Okay.
to the park if you'd like to, Taku.
Yes.
All right.
Continue the story, gentlemen.
We will. And thank you for joining us. It was fun to do some of these DLC maps.
Of course.
All
All
right.
right.
Have a good night, sir.
Good evening, gentlemen.